Well, hello, and welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Kalan, the artist, and it has been a while. August has been one hell of a month. A lot, and I mean a lot, has happened. And anyway, we're going to spare you all of that. But we're going to pick up and continue. Before I get into sharing some of my portrait painting techniques, I just want to talk a little bit about a few things just to kind of set the mood, if you will. Let's dive into the world of portraiture, but a quick overview and not a super drawn out discussion. Now, whenever someone asks me, who is your all time favorite artist? My answer will always be Rembrandt van Rijn. Rembrandt lived during what is known as the Dutch Golden Era. And during his time, he was surrounded by many amazing artists. Some of his contemporaries were people such as Anthony van Dyck, Frans Hals, and Vermeer. These were heavyweights amongst artists during this time as well. However, there were a few things about Rembrandt that really allowed him to stand out. And one of the things that really allowed Rembrandt to stand out from his contemporaries was his obsession with the human soul. Now, looking at the work of Frans Hals, he was known for his use of lively brushstrokes, and he was able to capture fleeting moments extremely well. However, Rembrandt not only had these qualities in his artwork, he wanted more. He pushed for more and he produced more. When I say that he was obsessed with the human soul, what I am speaking of was his desire to go deeper than just the superficial, to just make a likeness wasn't what he wanted and wasn't what he was about. He wanted the viewer to be able to see the very soul of the person that he was painting. All of the expression, all of their emotion, all of the feeling, everything that he could get from them as a painter, he wanted to be on full display. One of the things that many people will immediately tell you about Rembrandt and his art was that he was a master of light and shadow, not just for flair, and he used it to remarkably carve out the emotional core of his subjects. When we take a look at his self-portraits, for example, they're not just paintings of a man. They are truly diaries of him. Diaries in paint, where we read his pain, feel his pain, his insecurities, his pride, his weariness, and even the wisdom that he was imparting in his art, all at once. Rembrandt's contemporaries painted people the way they looked. That was it. Rembrandt painted people how they felt. And that is why his paintings pull us in even till this day. Now, we fast forward a few generations and enter John Singer Sargent, the late 19th century, early 20th century phenom of portrait painting. And we're talking about a man who had such a command of over the art world when his contemporaries consisted of people like James McNeill Whistler. I mean, we all know the painting, Whistler's Mother, and Giovanni Boldini. Both of these were masters of atmosphere and elegance in their artwork. But Sargent, he was a magician with the brush. His portraits have this unique, effortless, casual like brushwork. When you look at it up close, you're able to see that it was really bold and it was just a few strokes. But when you step back and take in the paintings in their entirety, oh my goodness, what genius. He truly put on a hell of a show with his artwork. He gave his sitters true presence. You didn't just see them, you felt them, their importance. And that is why he became known as the portraitist of high society. And now we have today. So, what about today? What about portraiture in the 21st century? Well, it's exploded. It has gone into so many directions, it's almost ridiculous. We have hyperrealism. We have my personal favorite, abstract realism, where the likeness is there. However, emotion and mood come forward through color and form. We also have digital portraiture, AI, even interactive portraiture, where the faces come alive and move. Artists today build on what has already come before them. Rembrandt's soul searching, Sargent's brushwork, but they remix it with modern voices, modern struggles, and modern creativity. And in the next 10 to 15 years, portraiture is only going to evolve even more. But no matter what, portraiture will always circle back to one thing: capturing the essence of what it means to be human. So, whether you're painting like Rembrandt with shadows and soul, channeling Sargent with bold strokes and elegance, or pushing portraiture into uncharted territory, remember, portraiture is all about connection, who we are, how we feel, and how we want to be remembered. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you enjoy this, please hit the like button, share if you feel so inclined to, and we'll catch you in the next one where we get into this thing of how I like to create portraits. Peace.